Hey, yo. I call you. Your name ain't Ayo. What's your name? What else? What else do I call you? What else do I call you? What nickname do I call you? Or what else? What else? Start with a D. With the letter D. What else? I didn't say none of them names. That's my point. Just because I say something, I didn't say none of them names, boy. What's up, Torian? What's up, Hyphy? What's up, Naja? What it do, y'all? Back in your intersection, motherfucker LVZ, y'all. Y'all know what it do. Y'all say what's up to my brother, Torian Rain. He supposed to be a mod. Is he a mod? What's hood, family? I'm here. What's up? Man, a lot of shit been going on, people. A lot of shit been going on. Y'all just seen my video about the Popeyes thing. The youngins got me straight at when they was like, OG, that shit was not about no chicken sandwich. And the news took it so far that all you could find is information like that, but it was not. Oh, Lisa. Lisa, hold up, Lisa. Let me send this to Lisa. Y'all give me a second, great set. I'm great, good. Lisa, I'm great set. Hold on. Lisa, did you get it, Lisa? Say less. What's up, bruh? Bulldog face. What's up? Brandon McCants. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? I'm happy to see all y'all come join me on Peckerwood Punishment. Lisa, did you get your jump? Torian, hold on. Hey, yo, Torian, did you get it? Lisa, did you get the email? True Raw, did y'all get the email? I sent y'all an email. Hopefully y'all can come in and join me. Shit, I missed y'all, man. I missed all y'all, man. Been working like shit. Anywho, let's go and chop some shit up. Let's talk about some good shit, man. First thing I want to talk about, I seen some shit with Alicia Keys' son got rainbow nails and was like, nah, I don't want. My first problem is why you put that little nigga, why you take that little nigga get his nails done? Why you take him get his nails done? I'm gonna take your boy and get a lot of shit in his lifetime. T, what's up, homie?
What's going on? It's been a long time.
You know what I'm saying? And first time I get to host you on my shit. Yeah, I'm moving up. Tori and Rain and Lisa Cabrera and fucking True Roll coming on my shit now. We leveling up. We leveling up. What's up, Mike James? I'm like Dave East. I'm leveling up. I'm leveling up. I'm leveling up. So what's with mine? So did you see this shit about Alicia Keys' son getting his nails polished and not liking it?
Yeah, I saw it.
What you think about that?
He had enough sense to realize that it was an issue.
Right.
First, he gave her a response that he was not sure that. Well, no, he gave her a response that she did not expect.
Exactly.
So she basically had to try and tone down what he was saying by going on this 2-minute video, and they called it a rant. And like I was telling somebody else, it wasn't really a rant, because a rant would imply that she was yelling, and she wasn't yelling in the video. She was speaking in a very calm tone, but she was all over the place trying to justify about, you know, being judged. I said, we live in first of all, we live in America, one of the most superficial places on earth, where people are getting judged on every little thing. So you know that he will get judged if he was walking down the street or went to school, however else people would see him with those rainbow nails. Hell, I remember at a time when people were judging Blue Ivy, a little girl, on her hair.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, really, we seen a joint where what's the bra? What's her name? Gabby.
Oh yeah, Gabby. Yeah.
They judged her on her head, calling her the flying squirrel and all types of shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would make you believe that a little boy would rape? First of all, why would you take a little boy to get his nails painted a color?
Right.
That within itself, we talk about Alicia Keys, yeah, cats. That within itself threw me off. I was like, hold on, Alicia. But she's been doing some suspect shit recently, Torian. Because it's recently that I heard that she was around some Puerto Rican who said it's okay for her to say the N-word because Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats are her black friends.
Yeah, I got a video coming about that. I believe J-Dog did a video about it, and he was the one that made me want to speak on it. And I'm gonna like go in on that now. In that part, I'm going to. In that video, I kind of defend Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats, because I truly believe that chick does not know them. I think they know her husband, and she only said that because because of who she's married to. I don't think she knows them, and she just said that because that was the first thing that came to her mind. And I believe she's also lying, because she also came back and said that she was Puerto Rican, she's from Spanish Harlem, and she had a right to say that. So she said that, and then she said that the Alicia Keys thing. I said that reminds me of what Fat Joe was saying when he said all Latinos are black, and that pretty much gives them the right to say the N-word. That's basically what she said.
Right. Now, Terry, and this is my thing, man. And I heard somebody talk about this before. Can I? This is a question that I want to ask. My brother Bulldog Face has never, ever said no shit like that, and he's Latino.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying. You want to know? I mean to cut you off. And you want to know what's also crazy, because this is how the story went. So there was an event, and this guy, who I believe was Hispanic himself, was a caterer for that event. And I think he's catered different events for that billionaire and his wife before, because they knew him. And he brought his girlfriend to the event, who was black. And she said something, and she even tried to say, well, you know, I don't know why you're getting so upset with me saying the N-word when you probably say it to your girlfriend behind closed doors. I'm like, how you gonna say what that man says to his girlfriend?
Yeah, how you gonna just get that man that bone? You don't know that man. First of all, this is my thing. Why is it always okay to use the slur against black people? Like nobody else uses their ethnic slur You know, like
right.
Hispanics don't go, "What's up, my beaner?"
Or what
Indians don't go, "What's up, my diehead?" But all of them feel okay using nigga. Now, I wonder if we started doing that, you know what I'm saying, would shit change?
I've always wondered that. They would probably be pissed off, but it probably would. Because see, the thing is, when people started to use the song, when they say use as a term of endearment, then they felt that was their way to say it. And see, the thing is, for many people, that word flies. It sounds better than saying the other words, like that 4-letter word. You know which one I'm talking about. And the ones we just said. And they'll be and don't let you say that word, because then they'll get the whole damn ADL on your ass.
Well, I swear, I listened. It used to be a Jewish rap group called Blood of Abraham. What's up, Kiki? And you right, ancestral race. Why would any other culture want to use a disparaging term to describe another culture? Why would you want to be? You know, we done fought so hard not to be niggas. Why do, business done picked up. Business done picked up. What the hell happened? They go, Lisa. Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
LVZ.
I'm good, Lisa.
Hey, Tareen.
Hey, Lisa.
But that's my thing. Lisa, I know you heard us talking. Lisa,
yeah.
Why is it that they would want to use a slur? Again, why would they want to use a racial slur? You know, why is it, how come the slur against black people became the popular slur to use?
Yeah. I know. You know, look, LVZ, I've even heard Chinese people around me arguing and they call each other nigga.
Right.
Are you still there?
It's gotten to that point where when they call each other that.
I don't know what's going on tonight.
I can Lee, we can hear you, Lee. We can hear you, sis. Can y'all?
Okay. Everything is free.
I can hear you.
It's weird.
We can hear you, sis. They just messing with you.
Yeah. Well, no, LBZ, let me tell you something. Where I am, I've even heard Chinese people having arguments and they call each other nigga.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. I've seen that too.
Yeah.
So my thing is, why come it's okay to use it? Now, if we start saying, so if I go into the curry out the mouth, say, hey, my chink, man, hook my motherfucking little man.
Yeah. I hear you. I know.
And see, you know what it is? I think it's because like they've heard that word so much and they seen it float around through pop culture so much that they feel that the word doesn't have the derogatory meaning anymore because they say it without the ER, and they feel that we shouldn't be offended if it has the A. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. If any of them other groups called me outside of my name and called me that word, I would hit them so hard back with the most derogatory thing I could think about them that it'll make them stand down. Because see, the thing is, because I think I think their words, I think they've gotten so comfortable with saying it to us. We need to like go back at them with theirs because they'll never expect it. They're expecting the typical thing coming from us, but if we was to use a slur against them, they would not see it coming.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Now, in the beginning, and this the weird shit. I don't want nobody to get that shit misconstrued. Oh, y'all, nah, Slim. When it comes to black people, we try to make everybody our damn brother. We do. We call everybody, but I noticed that about me. I will not try to. So to introduce that into the lexicon, and you not of our culture, Slim, how could that be determined any other way than derogatory? And another thing, For those people who say they don't use it with the hard ER, Torian, notice that when they want to racially insult us, they know how to quickly use that hard ER.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
they sure do.
I don't know if you heard about this, but Town Biz talked about it on his channel today. But I made a video about it as well. I'll probably put it up in a couple of days. Did you hear about what happened with Trina?
Nah, you don't know Nair Trina?
Huh?
The baddest chick Trina, the rapper?
Yeah.
Okay, nah, what happened?
She was down. She was down in Florida at a Walmart, and she accidentally bumped into this white lady in the store on accident, and the white lady told her, "Move, nigger, bitch."
Damn. And what
Trina went off on her ass. Now, mind you, Trina is grieving the loss of her mother. She just lost her mother. So all of this pent up emotion just came out of her. And it's like, you can go online and look up the video. She went off on her ass. And I think the only reason Trina did not hit her is because she didn't want to catch an assault charge. And she already knew that would have came if she did it, even though that white lady was wrong.
Right. Look. When you ain't got to hit them, but you could damn sure rub their face in the dirt.
Yeah.
You can look, hey, that's what I wanted to tell y'all today. That's what kind of this video sparked, and I'm glad y'all came. So let me tell y'all what happened today that I seen. So I was at the MGM Grand, right? MGM National Harbor. Mm-hmm. And I was standing outside of the casino, seeing people just walk in the casino. And this white guy who was wearing, like, I don't know what kind of jacket he had on. It was a black jacket with like the nuclear symbol and a whole bunch of symbols on it. And y'all know me, I figured he a white supremacist because he white. So anyway, so I look, and he's arguing with an Asian guy, right? This Asian guy is with a Hispanic girl, some black girls, and it seemed like these two black dudes was with him, but they were standing off at the side. So the white guy and the Asian guy are face to face, right? And the white guy's, yeah, motherfucker, this, that, and the third. Say, what, you want to get shot? I'll shoot every. The black dude is a tall black dude. He looks something like Nipsey Hussle, y'all. He's standing there with a beard, and he heard shot. Now, at first, he's smiling, looking at them arguing. He heard the word shot. He did like this. I did like that too. The brother grabbed this Peckerwood by the back of his neck, put him in the hammerlock, grabbed his waist to see if he had something. It starts slamming him all over the place. Said, security, y'all need to get this bammer out of here. Fuck wrong with him? You don't say no shit like that. Police come running. They trying to get the black dudes thrown out. I tell the police, hey, come here. It's two black cops, and they come over there and say, what's up, sir? I said, man, why y'all doing that to that brother? He said, what happened? I said, the white dude came out here, got in the Chinese dude's face, told him he was going to shoot this motherfucker up. And the black dude, doing what any black dude would do, no the fuck you not, snatched his ass up before he could make a move, grabbed him by the waist to make sure he ain't had nothing. I said, shit, that nigga a hero. The motherfucking black police threw the white dude out and off the fucking property and shook my ass and said, thank you, man, for getting that shit straight. We about to throw the wrong man out.
Yeah, but you know what? That's kind of fucked up, though, LVZ. That just go to show you it don't matter if it's a white or black cop. They come on the scene automatically trying to assume we're the one causing the problem.
But nah, Lisa, I got you even worse. It's all black. Everybody's black. The security, the cops. The security called the cops to come get the black dude.
Wow. While
they were sitting there listening to this Peckerwood say, I'ma shoot the Joan up. The brother grabbed that motherfucker up. Y'all should say, I laughed my ass off. That motherfucker Peckerwood, once he snatched that Peckerwood, he said, he assaulting me. He's assaulting me. I said, nah, you were getting ready to shoot the Joan up a minute ago, Charles Bronson.
Right.
You know what that it reminds me of when I went to go see that movie Black and Blue, when that black cop told her, that he said that when you're in that uniform, you're blue, like you're not any other color but that. And when I hear this, that literally comes right. It reinforces what I heard when I saw that movie.
Now, what I was tempted to do, what's up, August, man? What I was tempted to do was ask the cops how their lawsuit was going. Cause I ain't think about it till later. I said, man, I should have asked them brothers how their lawsuit going. Niggas was like, you talking to the cops? I said, no, Slim. You keep forgetting that they not telling you what happened. The black cops in PG County sued the police department. And we don't know what happened. Remember, black cops, Lisa, you remember you reported it too. The black cops here in PG County sued the white cops.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yeah, they sued the whole police precinct for discrimination. And ain't nobody telling us what happened.
Yeah. Never know. They could have paid them to be silent. You know?
That's what I'm about to say. I was about to say, did they get what they wanted? But shouldn't they have reported that, though? If they got what they want, why would you report, hey, we doing a civil rights law? And it was a civil rights lawsuit, Lisa, for discrimination against PG County. The black cops formed their own union and have sued PG County for racial discrimination. They ain't telling us what the hell happened.
Wow. But you know what? The fact that they all got separate unions, that tells you that alone tells you that that's a problem. You know, wherever you look in the country, you have the white have their fraternal order of police, and then the black cops have their own union. And just the fact that they are separate like that, you know, they ain't getting along.
Right.
Heard from black cops talking about discrimination in policing. You know, that's always been there.
Right. They always talk about how to shoot it's like every report that we do about crooked police, you end up finding out black cops is at the throats of the white cops. Shit, Lisa, True Raw was showing y'all that 2 different Texas cases. Both police precincts got a black union, a white union, and the only reason the Hispanics made a union was to rival the black union, which was the dumbest shit I ever heard. I said, so hold up. Instead of just being in the union with the black people, you gonna do one to rival them and then roll with the white dudes. And what end up happening, they get a bunch of Mexicans and Colombians and Dominicans and all of them that they use the Latino banner to go whoop the shit out of black people and say that, hey, look, we a minority too. That's what happened. They'll find some motherfucking Asian coon, some Asian white supremacists that come in our neighborhood, beat the shit out of us, and they get away with it too. Hey, we're a minority, so this isn't discrimination, but we whooping on niggas. Hey,
it's crazy. They said they don't like us, but they set up shop in our neighborhood, but claim our money is no good.
It's crazy how they don't like us, but I've seen this shit, man. Every motherfucker. Let me tell you, name me a nationality that don't bump rap music.
None.
Crickets.
Okay. They listen to more rap music than we do.
Yeah, like I said, like the majority of people who purchase rap and hip hop today are white male teens. They lead in that category. And I know firsthand because I work at the arena. So when the last few hip hop concerts that I have worked, it's a lot of palm colored people that come through them doors.
Ain't it though, Tori? Ain't it notorious? That's how we
and know
look.
every word,
Every lyric.
song.
Why you think Kendrick Lamar, when he brought that white girl up on stage, she was so comfortable. She started saying the words. She said "nigga" so easy. Yeah.
And then you had people out there trying to defend her, saying, "Well, he shouldn't have brought her up on the stage if he knew he didn't want her to say that word. She could have went around the word.
Right.
They tried to actually give her cover for that.
My thing is this, straight up. First thing, we already know our music always gets culture vulture. You know they subvert anything that any music of ours gonna get intercepted. It's not nothing. I'm gonna tell you, it was funny as shit. The other day, I'm riding down the street, blazing the J. I'm sitting in the car with felonies and a criminal record, and a bunch of white boys ride by me. They blasting "Real Niggas Don't Die," I swear, NWA. Yeah. And I'm blasting Jeffrey Osborne. What we have is much more than they. I'm like, hold up, this is just totally off. Mm-hmm. What the fuck is going on today?
No, let me tell you something. Back in the day, I remember I had got off from work and I was headed home. I had to stop off and get some gas. And you remember Ja Rule's "Living It Up," right?
Yeah.
Everybody had it on full blast. I mean, it was so loud, my car was vibrating, right? I look over, it was a white dude sitting at a gas pump just across from me. He had that sucker blasting.
Hey, fuck me up when I just say like a 50-year-old white guy listening to some new rap music. I'm like, what the fuck? I will never listen to this shit.
Mm-hmm. I'll never forget when I was at work a couple years ago, and I was working Disney on Ice. So you know that's a kiddie event.
Yeah.
And I was working there, and it was a white lady with her two daughters, and I guess it was during the intermission, and they were going to the restroom or maybe to get something to eat. And she said, "You know who you look like?" Because at the time I had my cornrows in, and said, "You know what? Do you know who you look like?" I said, "Who?" And I said, "If she says who I think it is, I'm gonna be shocked." But I let her keep on talking. And she said, "You look like this rapper." I said, "Uh-oh, I know where she going with this." I said, "Which one?" And she said, "I can't really pinpoint his name right here, but he was in those Fast and Furious movies." I said, "Which one?" She said, Ludacris. She said, "Ludacris, that's who you look like." And mind you, this is like a middle-aged white woman who's probably in her 40s.
Yeah.
Saying that.
Hey, shit, she my age. That mean that bro grew up listening to Ice Cube. Hey, look, the biggest Ice Cube fan I ever knew, I met in high school, was a white girl. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about Ice Cube, Predator, Cave Bitch, all of that. She listening to it, knowing he talking about her.
Yeah.
Loved Ice Cube. Anything he put out. Anything. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, look, this is the first hour, 14 years old. At least I'll never forget this shit. My father transferred me. I just graduated from junior high. Transferred me to Suitland High. Put me in ROTC. And the motherfucker chief made me follow the white girl because she had been in ROTC. Like, yeah, you just follow Cadet Anki. I said, what the fuck kind of name is Anki? Laughing like shit. And me and the other black dude that had to follow her, she was teaching the little marching moves or whatever. And we laughing and we singing Ice Cube, and she know all the words. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We like, what the fuck? We looking at each other like, this white girl know all the shit.
But you know what else I think it is? You know what else I think it is? I think for many of them, it's because it could be, and this is something that just popped in my head, It could be to try to hide something. Like they probably don't want you to know something about them that they don't want to slip out, so they have to pretend to be down in order to cover that up. Notice that most racist people say, I have a black friend, I listen to hip hop, I sleep with a black person, I have quote unquote mixed children. And they try to do that to cover up maybe them saying the N-word or wearing blackface or doing something derogatory or hateful towards black people. So a lot of them do that to cover that up. You got to wonder what's going on in their home life. Because let me tell you something right now. They present to you one thing in public, but let's see what they're like when they're at home with their parents. Do their parents even know that they listen to this? Probably not.
Oh, what I've noticed is this. They have a strange relationship with... Look, you talking to... Now that I think about it, when I was a kid, my father moved us out the projects. We still lived in PG County, Toria, in the early 90s, but it was still some white people left, right? They couldn't get out.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that couldn't get out, I'm going to tell you the pattern I noticed. Their fathers were alcoholics who were never in the fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids, and they grew up around all black people. It was like the parents was depressed. Their kids was outside playing with black people. Every time they would come home, they were like, oh shit, my dad, and run in the house. They were like, he gone in a few minutes. It was a white dude named Joe and a white girl named Kim that used to live in our building when I was 12 years old, Oxford Hill. I would notice they'd be outside playing football with us, all of that shit. White boy Joe turned into one of them, fuck you, Dad. I mean, I heard one of them arguments one day. Fuck you, man. And so, y'all right. Either they trying to hide something or they do it to piss their parents off or they rebelling against their family. Slim?
Yeah.
Yes, the white girl favorite song Anthony Bolton was No Vaseline. She was singing it word for word. That was absolutely the song, Anthony Bolton, No Vaseline, because that was the shit. She knew the whole Eazy-E disc and the whole damn CD.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised.
And they were not allowed to. I believe that that's what it was. After a certain point in time, you know how white kids get. They'll shoot you up, and the parents know that, so they just leave them alone and let them do what they want. But their parents will become raving alcoholics and just leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because these two particular white folks had grew up in all black. They grew up in our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, damn, hey, they the only white folks. It was like, yeah, they don't never come outside though. When their father come home, they run in the house. But then he leave and shit. You know, brothers know the whole scoop of their neighborhood. They know the crackheads. They know this. They know that. A lot of their dads was crackheads and they ain't know it.
Mm.
Yeah. You know, there were some like that when I grew up in the hood in Philly. There were a handful of white folks there and they can't get out because number one, they are like those working poor white people. They don't have the money to get out. So they are stuck in that hood with you. I mean, we had some like that.
Yeah, I was actually telling a story I was on somebody else's podcast and I like telling this story and I'm glad my mother told me about it. My mother, she's from the South. So when she was coming up, like for the little beginning portion of her life when she started going to school, they were still going through segregation. It was getting ready to start slowly transition into integration. And she was like saying how she was one of the first kids that went to a majority white school when they were starting to test run integration. And, you know, they did a test run. So it's not like they threw a whole bunch of black kids in at one time. So I think she was like in a group of 5 kids. So, you know, the white parents, when they found that out, they was like, okay, we snatching our kids up out of this school because we are not about to have them around, you know, whatever they call them, probably jigaboos and whatever. So they started to say, so they took their kids to these private schools. Well, that didn't last long because their broke asses couldn't afford it. So their white kids were sent right back to that school with them 5 black kids, like by the end of that week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? My parents are both from the South too, Tareen. They come out of Georgia. And both towns that they come out of never integrated. That's how racist it was down there. They never integrated at all. If you go there today, blacks are still on one side, whites on the other. They never, ever integrated.
Lisa, ain't it the train tracks? Ain't it train tracks to separate each side?
Yes.
Anybody that ever been or lived down south, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Racism is as simple as train tracks. You know the difference. But I mean, I live in Shaw Air Force Base on Sumter. In Sumter, South Carolina on Shaw. And that was the white side of Sumter where the base was. I would get so bored being from Berry Farms that I would need to see some action. Even if I couldn't be totally a part of it, to see some action, you know? So I drive over to Sumter, and they like, man, be careful. You know, white folks on be careful on that side. I'm like, where? Oh, don't go where? Oh, yeah, I'm going to stay far away from that. Go home to my wife. Hey, baby, put Charisma in the car seat. We great drive over. So we drive over there. We go across the train tracks, right? Boom. And we look. And we start laughing. She like, these motherfuckers is racist as hell where you work at, baby. I said, I know, ain't they? We driving all through the whole shit. We dying laughing. Motherfuckers try to figure out, well, why is these niggas in these Maryland tags, like DC tags, laughing? Because it looked just like where I left. I mean, it looked just like Berry Farm. And I was like, this look terrible. God damn. Then I hate to see what they say about where the fuck I live at. Mm-hmm. It's the same shit. It ain't nothing. It's just project housing, either 2-level or 1-level project housing, couple of fences, a Dollar Tree, a Piggly Wiggly way away from everything, one grocery store, a bunch of liquor stores close enough, fast food that'll kill you. It looked like my neighbor. I said, oh, okay. And niggas standing around.
Mm-hmm.
They probably didn't want you coming over there because they didn't want to see that they were living just as bad or maybe even worse than you.
Exactly. So I go over there. So we come back and so we rolled through. And we end up just chilling on that side because it was just shit to do. We just stopped bullshit. We were still teenagers. So we come back. I go to work that next Monday and shit. They say, yeah, you and your wife go see the sights. This old white dude trying to take me to church and I wouldn't go. I said, yeah, we drove around. So we went over on the south side. Yeah, man. I know you're glad. I know you're glad you don't live over there. I said, shit. It didn't seem all that bad. I said, matter of fact, I'm going over there when I go home. That's basically where the fuck I lived at. And that motherfucker looked at me. I knew I wasn't going to be in the military long after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw your video where they thank you for your service.
Kiss my ass. At least I try to tell motherfuckers that today, motherfuckers, where everybody don't feel that way as you do. Some people are proud. I said, yeah, they coons. I'm not one of them. I said, because you know what I knew about my granddad? So what? He was a hard worker, man. He loved his wife. I had to find out he was in the war. And he was a sharpshooter and he was a beast. I had to find that out. Know why? That ain't no shit he wanted to talk about.
Right.
He wasn't proud of that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, in my family, literally, someone fought in every single war. You know, back when I did my family tree, I found. Right. And the thing is, that's why I sit there and I laugh at these people talking about patriotism. I'm like, what? Please. Get out of here with that crap. Always.
And it's so funny that I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Tareen.
It's funny that you had your president, your favorite person in the world, in the whole wide world, get up there and talk about he was the first person to speak at this engagement for the veterans. Meanwhile, he dodged the draft like he was Neo in the Matrix, dodging them bullets, talking about some bone spurs.
That motherfucker was leaning like this away from that. Oh no, I can't. The draft. See, watch my floor. He did the shoulder roll. I see my brother Kane, one of the ones. He did the shoulder roll on that motherfucking draft.
Him and Ted Nugent, Mr. Poopy Pants.
Oh, I can't stand that dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand him.
Oh, another molesty cracker that did some fuck shit to get away from the war. Oh Lord, no, don't get me. Send those niggers over there. Then tell black people we ain't patriotic.
Right. Okay.
That's that white man. Send you all the way over to fight for some shit that you don't even get back at home.
Well, we ain't never started no war up in here. We always been out there fighting for wars that their asses started.
Like at least send you overseas to fight for some shit. If you black, you don't even got at home. They sent you overseas to liberate some Jewish people.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to come home and go shit on the side of the road in the bushes because you couldn't go to a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, they sent you over the Desert Storm and Desert Shield and looking for Saddam and looking for motherfucker Bin Laden and Chemical Ali, Lisa, just so you could come home and they could choke you out and leave you dead in the middle of the goddamn street. Look, shoot you in the back for child support.
Well, I tell you what, my grandfather's brother fought in World War II. And he did tell me about them liberating those concentration camps. And he said when they went in there, those Jews were, them fake Jews were in there and they were so happy to see the American soldiers. He said whenever they went to hug a white soldier, they would take the butt end of their rifles and push them back. But when they approached the black soldiers just let them hug them. But the white soldiers wouldn't. They kept pushing them back with the butt end of their rifle. He said he saw it.
Yeah, they don't care about the people.
They literally didn't.
I don't want you to touch them. They be hating them motherfuckers. I hate these motherfuckers. They be saying it. They will say it openly. You won't catch no black soldiers showing no vitriol for no people that they doing that to.
Yeah, but according to them, we just hate everybody. We if the Martians came, they would be on the news talking about black people, blacks and the Martians, they don't like the Martians. They according to them, we don't like nobody.
Bet. Oh shit. Let me see if I can do that, Kane. Give me a sec. Let me see if I don't have Kane's. Kane, do I have your damn Kane want to come through from the UK? Tell us what's going on in the UK.
Oh, I got a new video to do for the UK. Do you know over in the UK, y'all, they said the black population over there is 13% of the population too in the UK?
I'll be goddamn. Now look. Just coincidentally, everywhere
where you got that from.
Yeah, right. Come on. Yeah.
Hey, Kane, what's your email, Kane? What's your email? Send me your email, Kane. But yeah, so they 13% there too?
Yeah, they're 13% there too. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
They probably 13% Africa too now.
African continent is 13% of the population.
Yeah, the whole African continent is 13%. Oh, well, Africa? Oh no, it's just 13% white.
Canada,
many of them still think
is
Africa's a
at
country.
least trying to say, you know, in Canada they say their black population is 31% of the population. So they just flipped the numbers around for Canada.
Oh, Lisa, that video you did about 1860, was it 1860? I really enjoyed that video.
Oh, well, thank you. It's one that I knew everybody had to hear.
Racist motherfuckers. Let me see here. All right. Now, I'm just doing a test run, fool. Anyway. So everywhere we go, we just coincidentally 13%.
13 just keeps coming up.
Look. Hey, coincidentally, the same number of white folk won't put on a building.
Mm-hmm.
The number 13, the unlucky number 13, right?
13% of the population.
I want y'all to catch that. The number that they won't put on a building.
Right. And go look at the 13th Amendment. Now, you know what the 13th Amendment says, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And then they had 13 slave colonies. See, that
13 colonies?
Up for a reason.
Man, y'all better peep that number.
They be thinking we don't know.
Yeah, we know.
Exactly.
We know.
I wonder, you know what's so funny? They love to throw out that 13% crap. Let's look up and see what's the percentage of them on dying from these overdoses. I bet it's way more than 13%.
Shit, you damn right it's higher than 13%.
These motherfuckers is crazy. Nigga. Hold up. So hold on.
Well,
UK.
And my uncle, he's in his 70s, and he said they were saying that mess back when he was a child, that 13% of the population.
Right, we ain't grown none.
He think we are 100 million strong in America. He said, I really believe the black population is 100 million strong in America, and they're just hiding it.
They just hiding it. If it's 300 million people here, we are 100 million strong, I believe. Mm-hmm. Now, just how much of that is coons is the problem.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, just how much of that? How many of y'all is motherfucking coons? Is right. What I know. It's a lot of motherfucking coons. Now, what's it? J-Dog had been hitting me up the whole time while I was gone about the Harriet.
Oh, the Harriet movie. Man, did you know they made the black slave catcher the villain in that shit?
I seen it. I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
Yeah. And what was his name? Bigger Long. So in other words, nigger long.
Thank
you. He's a stereotype, right?
He's an imaginary character.
Long. You talking about his damn dick. Bigger Long.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger Long.
Because the first thing he said was, I'm gonna go smash me some white women. Bigger Long. Okay. I said, oh, no. I said, we already know what that white woman was thinking who added him in.
There was no such slave catcher going after Harriet Tubman.
Hell no.
You know, that was some bullshit right there.
Then the white man saved her.
Right.
I want you enslaved, but I want this. I said, I want that nigga alive. I said, if you get the fuck. Just seeing that clip, I said, who would sit and watch it? And I just finally seen the Bob Hart's Abasola commercial. Mother, what type of shit is that?
Right. And then on top of that, you got the lead character played by a Nigerian woman from the UK that don't even like us over here.
Thank you.
I mean, the whole thing is a joke. But yeah, they all they did was vilify the black man in that shit. That's all they did.
All through the joint. And then now, like I said, the Cynthia Erivo lady, she's gonna be a new hero. But she was at Harriet, so and then
lied and said that the movie was a success. A success where?
Yeah, didn't it only just get like 10 million at the box office?
Hey, and look,
got like a little less than 12 million. But
and I'm going to tell y'all something. Now look, I'm going to mess you up. Didn't Birth of a Nation make just as much money?
Yeah, and they sabotaged that shit.
And they said that was a flop.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Birth of a Nation make the same amount of money? Didn't get as many commercials. Wasn't in every theater.
Right.
But that was a flop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But see, you know, you got to understand that was a story told from a black perspective, where Harriet, we know who was behind the storyline of Harriet.
Oh man, King Wage in the building. Wage, what it do?
But I just when I heard about them having a black slave catcher and he was the villain in the whole thing, I was like, come on, y'all had to make that shit up. There was no black slave catcher out there doing no mess like that.
My man, Bigger Long out there. Come on, Lisa. Got to know about Bigger. But Catcher Freeman. Everybody knows Bigger Long is Catcher Freeman. That was the shit that Uncle Ruckus was talking about, which was a made-up Negro that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
so,
I'm tired of
what was they saying?
It's like every 5 years or how many years they come out with a new slave movie.
Right. I want more revolt movies. I want a movie. Can I get the one with the brothers who killed crackers and they just sent him back? They look, send these niggas back. I want to see that one. I'm going to make that movie. Niggas, send these niggas back. These niggas got to go. They beheading niggas.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, they don't even want to tell us about all of the slave revolts.
Right.
We're gradually finding that out now.
Right. Everybody wants to see. Yeah, now I want all revolt movies. I'm making straight movie revolts. I want to make the John Brown. I'm going to make a movie with a white character lead. The John Brown story.
Mm-hmm.
That's a white person that white people would never talk about.
Exactly. That's why I want to do it. I'll do a movie with a white lead, Hollywood. The John Brown story.
Uh-huh.
Starring Keanu Reeves. Y'all like him. Keanu. Hit me up. Hit me up.
Could you imagine you had John Wick playing John Brown?
Yeah.
Damn right. I could.
Mm-hmm.
With Robert De Niro as his grandfather. I could do it, Lisa. I'm gonna Lisa, use your connects. Hit him up, sis. Let's get this done. The John Brown, the Hollywood are coming and have me shot in the middle of the night. Nigga, if you don't stop this story now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll show how Frederick Douglass bitched out. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. If you really read the story, Frederick Douglass bitched out on John Brown. No slaves came to help him, and that's why he got lynched. Slaves were supposed to come and meet him.
No, P Money wrote in the chat, and you got to do the impression because you haven't. I remember when you did it, and it had us all cracking up. He said Danny Glover yelling Riggs another 6,500 times. When you did that video, I was in tears laughing so hard.
Nah, man, because that shit pissed me off. We talk about reparations. You got the nigga that's been cooling for 5 movies. Lord Reed! Master Reed! My brother Kane, one of the ones. Let me get my brother in from the UK. Bless up, man. Bless up, man. What's going on, man? I still got you all. There you go. You back. Bless up, man. What's up, man?
Bless up, family. Bless up. Easy, you got me dying over here, man.
Man, look. Gotta give the people what they want, man. Let me introduce this. Of course, you know the sister Lisa Cabrera and the brother Torian Rain. This is Kane, one of the ones from the UK, folks. He be letting me know about all the white supremacy going on over there. So when people be talking that shit, oh, you should come to Britain. There's no white supremacy here.
Please.
It's global.
Hey,
greetings, Lisa and Torian.
How you doing, Kane?
Yeah,
I recently found out that you black folks over there in the UK are also 13% of the population.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, where do you think your white man got his tricks from?
Yeah.
Okay,
right?
He got it from our white man, you know what I mean? So
all them Africans immigrating over to motherfucking Europe. Jamaicans going over there like it's dying out of style. Look, it's curry chicken getting cooked over there, and them motherfucking Englanders still boiling sausage. And look, all that shit going on over there, and y'all still 13%. Ain't that a bit?
That's all. You would think the low birth rate was going on among the black people.
I was about to say, ain't it a low birth rate amongst white people there, Kane?
Yep.
It's supposed to be a low birth rate all over the place in America, Europe, Canada. It's supposed to be a low birth rate all over the place. You know, they're supposed to be dying out or something. But I don't know, man. You know how it goes with these people and their propaganda and their statistics and all of that, you know. But you made a good point. It's like they don't talk about Mr. Brown that much, you know, when they're talking about history, they don't talk about Brown. And that's quite pivotal to US history.
Yes, it is.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's not some gloss over story. That is very pivotal to the story of the United States of America. So it's like you have to do alternative research to find that shit out.
Now, where's the Dessalines movies and
right?
Dessalines.
Exactly. These damn, Kane, they are pivotal to your whole history. The reason that the damn Civil War kicked off was part of John Brown lynching and Nat Turner lynching.
Right.
It was it was 2 or 3 revolts they were scared of. Seriously. And some more that happened that they don't give you the whole rundown. And like Kane said, you got to do digging and go, damn, it was a whole lot of revolts.
Yeah. I mean, that there's so many revolts, family. Like, don't even get me started on our brothers in Brazil and the Caribbean. And we got 5 maroon communities in Jamaica, whereby they subdued the British, made them sign a treaty, and that's what sent shockwaves in the United States. They were terrified of Black Americans potentially revolting in the same way that these Maroons were revolting in Jamaica. So they, you know, that's where the Willie Lynch letter came in and all that kind of thing, you know. So there's revolts all over the diaspora family. I'm telling you, like in Brazil, shit, you're gonna need a whole nother stream just for Brazil alone, you know what I'm saying? So everything is intrinsically linked to these people. Even though these Europeans speak different languages, they were all on code. You know what I mean? If a revolt happened, I mean, Haiti is just that's just a very, very popular, revolt. You know,
because of the scale and the fact that you can't hide the fact that they whipped 3 different armies.
Right, exactly. Not armies, superpowers.
Yeah, superpowers. Right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So, you know, and these guys didn't have guns or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But this is what terrified the slave owners, man, in the United States. They didn't want nothing like that happening in the United States, and so they put in measures to try and coil those type of things, pitching black men against black women, light skin, dark skin, anything they can to try and divide the people, to disencourage them from raising up, injecting religion and Christianity, giving them the Bible, all that kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly. And by us being basically the last to get that damn news, you would see but we would get to the party.
Yeah, I mean, even if they don't want to pass, why don't you do a movie on the North Sentinel and them killing that dude that tried to kill the Bible?
Yeah.
You shall bring the spirit of the white Jesus.
Hey,
they shall give the spirit to your ass.
A Chinaman that went over there, he tried to do the same shit he did in Africa and shit. He went over there with the Bible.
Yeah.
Yo, they put an arrow through the Bible through his heart.
Listen, they said it was a child that killed him. It was one of the kids.
So I don't want you. You ain't gonna raise me with that sky daddy shit. Look, that's real talk. Now, look, the omen was when they hit the Bible first. You should have turned around.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to keep coming. Look, still, Phil from the Advice Show had the best. Look, Lisa had the best Popeyes joint with 500 years of slavery. And all our people talking about is the spicy chicken. Man, that was the realest Popeyes title ever. And when it came to that Chinaman who was trying to fuck with the brothers at North Sentinel, man tries to give the gift of white Jesus and dies in barrage of arrows.
Now, see, that's a movie they need to put out.
Exactly.
Hey, man, I would watch that movie. That man died, and I couldn't even watch the video. Y'all know me. I'm stupid. I like wordplay. I said, nah. He died in a barrage of arrows, and I'm rolling around the floor, laughing for an hour.
You want to know what's so funny? Like,
Toy.
What happened?
What happened?
Where you go?
StreamYard does that from time to time, man.
He gonna have to come back on. Yeah, they do that to me too. He gonna just have to come back on. Damn it, we lost you, bro. Come back, Tori. That's
he was about to drop some gems.
Yeah, I'm about to say that shit had me dying though. That was Phil said that man died in a barrage. Look, that means it was arrows left and right, y'all.
Yeah. And
I don't know what happened. But what was I saying? Oh, basically what I was saying was the family probably wanted to try to recover his body. They was like, nah, we ain't going over there. If it's gone, let it stay gone.
Well, remember they said they saw him dragging that motherfucker around by a hook. They treated that motherfucker like he was chemical waste. They didn't even want to touch his body. They was dragging that motherfucker like, ugh. Then they threw his ass in a hole and threw it over him so they could disinfect. Said, don't bury that motherfucker on the hole.
Yeah, they buried him in the sand. Well,
on the whole other side of the island.
Well, LVZ, they treated him just like he was white Jesus.
Yeah. Now, hopefully you can resurrect yourself. Let the church say amen.
And they had the audacity to try and say, oh, we're not going to bring a legal case to these people on the North Sentinel. Get the fuck out of here.
We don't know nothing about no legal case and lawyers.
How would you going to take them brothers with them damn arrows? And man, you ain't taking them arrows to court.
That's right.
Them arrows flying to you.
And like I said, they said the arrow that killed him, it was a child that threw that arrow.
And that little boy was like Tiger Woods with that bowling. Hey, look, this is all you hear when you die by arrow.
Hey, if they make a movie, I want to see all of that. If they make a movie about that, I want to see that English accent come out again. Arrows blotted out the sun. Yes, it pierced his heart. Yeah, man, bring all of that shit out.
No bullshit. White Hollywood should do that. He died in a barrage of arrows, trying to bring the gift of life.
But see the thing, but you know what? I would be scared of. Well, first off, Hollywood should not even touch that as a movie because you know what they would do? They would make them out to be the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, they some savages. No, you're supposed to make them out as people who's minding their damn business.
Yeah.
Eating and chilling, fucking and living like you're supposed to live for thousands of years. And then here your badass come with this here Sky Daddy doctrine. Well, guess what? Hark! There shall be an arrow in your future.
Hey, that reminds me. The part in 300 where the what's his name? The brother goes to Sparta and he's standing by the well and he gets checked. He's like, before you speak, Persian, just know that even a messenger is held by his words. I want to see all of that talk come out. Before you speak, cracker, just know that we don't fuck with you people over here. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's how they do. That's how they do.
And that's the thing, when he went over there and they took him out, they kept focusing on he was just going over there to spread the good word. They didn't have to.
They didn't want you to come and give them nothing. Those people didn't want nothing from that man.
No, but they gave him something. He might didn't understand, but in the end, he got the point.
Yeah, you see, that's white privilege, isn't it? It's that they feel like it's their human right to bestow their religion on other people.
Yeah, but we don't want that garbage.
Yeah, everybody trying to hear that old bullshit.
But I'm glad those people showed you. You come here, you're gonna be met with poisonous arrow. That's what you getting.
They dipped that shit in motherfucking frog piss and killed his ass. Yay. Frog piss arrows. That's what the fuck you get. Cause you rat soup eating motherfucker, I'm gonna shoot you with this frog piss arrow. You'll leave me fuck alone me.
I enjoy it. He says Independence Day free, the Sentinel defense.
Mm-hmm. I was watching one video and they were giving them coconuts. And I think one of the men had breasts and they were like, those Sentinel people were laughing at him and making gestures about a man with titties, you know, and they were laughing at him.
Right. No bullshit.
No, those people just want to be left alone. That's why they did that. They don't want nobody coming to them islands.
Exactly.
No bullshit.
Boy, man, can you imagine if we would have done the same thing when they came to kidnap us? They would have backed off real fast. Meet them with a barrage of poison arrows.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right there. I can tell you that for certain. You know,
my man Jamal Fowler said it right. What happened to every civilization that received the good word?
Mm-hmm.
They got the good word and a bad fate.
Yeah.
Nobody want that shit. Who laughing about that? Oh, y'all gonna watch that Arnold Schwarzenegger get drop kicked in the back video? I still got that.
That was funny
in the sports hall.
That motherfucker, fuck. He measured him. That brother measured him. He put his shit up. That was how. Kick in the back.
Mm-hmm. Arnold didn't know what to do. He didn't see that shit coming.
He realized he was a human being that day and not the T-800.
Mm-hmm. And the Terminator didn't come out. I guess it's dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How you gonna be the Terminator and you get drop kicked?
Exactly.
Oh man.
It's crazy. Okay, so
Killed Tukey.
exactly. Fuck him. He ain't just killed two. I killed all Negroes. No one gets the pass. You will be terminated.
See now, yeah, we're gonna have to make some recommendations on movies we want to see and put a halt to all these slave movies. I want to see the Mike Johnson movie. Let's see what that great movie.
Let me make that jump. The Michael Johnson movie. He was misunderstood.
Movie. The Gavin movie.
Right.
They might as well. They make a movie. They find a way to make a movie about all this psychotic serial killers.
Exactly.
And they managed to all be successful and win.
And romanticize the fuck out of him. He ate people for a living. The Jeffrey Dahmer story. My guy Dahmer. They made some My Friend Jeffrey. What? He put niggas between pieces of bread. Jeffrey Dahmer, the zany Negro.
And then
Negro eater.
He can rewrite history too. The Micah Johnson movie. So when they send the robot in, Micah's climbing out of the parking garage. And you don't know where. See, we can create our own ending.
Yeah.
And just lay a fake body there. And the police don't know. When he escaped, he's our John Rambo.
Yeah.
You drew first blood. You drew first. That's what he tell the police. First blood. Michael Johnson. So you drew first blood. You drew first blood. They'd be mad as shit.
I don't know if y'all saw that movie, The First Purge.
Yeah, I seen.
Yeah, I seen that.
Remember that part in the stairwell where that black dude was fucking them cops up like by himself.
When he was super nigga. Yeah,
he turned into super nigga.
That's what they scared of, us turning into super nigga. Don't piss him off, Bob. He might turn into super negro. Rip us all in half. That shit crazy, man. Crazy. Man.
Return to Black Man said a movie about Mansa Musa.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd love to see us, those.
I like to make that movie.
Yeah, that would be a good depiction. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you see how they romanticized not just 300, but there was like a couple of Egypt series and movies that they tried to romanticize and obviously whitewash. But I want to see a cool ass flick where, we're in that position where it's like we're whooping ass but you see these things, you can never really expect that from Hollywood. It has to come from our funding. Like it would have to come from we would have to
Dorner movie. See a
Dr. Khaled movie, like Talking in Grubber.
First one to get a ticket for that.
I love to do the Dr. Khaled movie.
Yeah,
I like to be him. Starring me as Dr. Khaled. You no good Peckerwood, no good bastard.
To Peckerwood.
You talking to Peckerwood?
Hey. You gotta put the emotion into that. Do you know who you're talking to, Peckerwood?
What about Jeffrey Dahmer? Working in the chocolate factory in the daytime, eating what he called niggers at nighttime. Nigger nuggets at nighttime. Yay, come on, man. Dr. Khaled, man. These buck dancing niggas. These niggas plantation niggas. And then these Negroes, afraid to even be with me. Scared to goddamn death to be with me. And when you're with me, you're buck dancing all the damn time. Everything this white man has to say, you got your fat behind out there, buck dancing. I'll be here, but I'm not against white. How about that? I can do it.
Yeah.
You know what that movie was to show? That movie was just about so many people.
No Heather in here. Hell no. I can't do it. I think I got it, y'all.
That would be good. That would be like excellent. That movie would piss off the entire establishment, all the palm colored people, and all the coons, because he didn't pull no punches when it came to them either. I actually like when he went in on them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Larry Elder is gonna have a heart attack.
No
Jesse
bullshit.
Peters and them.
Oh,
No,
they
you know who's
hate
gonna
me
have a hard time? Who was that? Was that Sean Clancy?
Oh, I love to do that too. I love to do that too.
What did he say? When he said the problem isn't with the crack. The problem is
not
with
with the crack. The problem is not with the crack.
1993, I think it was. Was that
the problem?
93? I think was it? Yeah.
What he called him a devil. I'm not gonna let some devil just put me in a position. Oh, I'm a devil. You want me to speak ill of my brother Bill Cosby? You want me to talk bad about Oprah Winfrey? You want to push me in the corner? You think I'm some lightweight that you just a slick, slimy, sneaky devil?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's just his body language when he's dealing with these people. He's just so calm. You know what I'm saying? He's confident. You know what I mean? That's what they fear the most, is a black man who can articulate themselves on their level. Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Khalid Muhammad. I mean, Malcolm X was one thing, but Khalid Muhammad was like Malcolm X on steroids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just cannot have a black man that can articulate themselves at that type of speed, with that type of wit, with that type of knowledge and information. That's a problem.
Yeah, the only thing I did not like in Dr. Khaled's time is when the Nation of Islam and Louis Farrakhan kind of turned their back on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again.
Never have happened.
Yeah.
That should
Again.
never have happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not too high on the Nation of Islam as it is, but I mean, anyway, that's something for another day.
Yeah,
You gotta look at it. It's members, and the message is always good. But again, with any religion, when it becomes to the point where it's fanatical, it's no good.
Right.
It's no good.
And not only that, first of all, I won't, even if I don't even like another black person, I will not, say, oh, well, I'm not going to have nothing to do with them. Because, I mean, look at the circumstances here. I ain't going to denounce a black man or woman, even one I don't care for. White never denounce any goddamn bite. All them Klansmen and neo-Nazis they don't denounce shit. I'm not doing that.
Thank you. That's why people, that's the weakest shit up. Do you denounce Louis Farrakhan? No.
Right.
Oh yeah, when they had asked Tamika Mallory that question, and because the way that she responded to it, they removed her from her own platform.
They do that to everybody though. About that, look, that's the Sean Hannity trick. He's been doing that since night. That's what got him on TV. Do you denounce Louis Farrakhan? He'll ask anybody that shit, random shit. Just, if you say anything contrary to the status quo, it's, what do you believe about Louis Farrakhan? Some people don't even know who the fuck he is. They went, huh?
But you see the thing, VZ, you see what they do when they ask these types of questions, right? They're asking a question with a question. So when they say, oh, do you denounce Louis Farrakhan? What they're really saying is, okay, if you want our white approval, you better denounce Louis Farrakhan now. If you want us to approve of you, because I'm white and I say so, I'm the white man and everything. So that's what you got to check. It's the question behind the question, the intent behind the question, even.
What I'm beginning to learn throughout discussion right now that I never looked at, but I've always paid attention to what people say. I won't say Louis Farrakhan is an agent. I'm still not willing to go that far, but he's a barometer that they use. It's like it's a Louis Farrakhan line. You know what I'm saying? It's a barometer. It's like this line right here. It's Louis Farrakhan. And we'll let you do as much as him, but we watching you once you get to that Louis Farrakhan line.
Mm-hmm.
It's seriously, it's a Farrakhan line.
because of the fear of
They
the
are
Black
probably
Messiah.
sitting around counting down the days until he takes his last breath. Then they probably gonna throw all types of parties and parades when it happens.
Yeah, it's called raids on niggas who are above that line I just told you about. Those are the next motherfuckers they watching. That's why they ask. I'm telling you, he's a barometer to measure people, to measure what Black person may be the next voice, and what type of voice they may be listening to.
Yeah, man, they're terrified of any Black person that can whip up and potentially direct the course of Black people as a whole. I mean, we see all the negativity and the cancer that's in our community with, hip hop's been hijacked with all this skinny jeans and, guys jumping up into jeans and
wrong choice of words, my brother. Wrong choice of words. Hip hop has been infiltrated. We know that from Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Right.
Hijack at first was a stealing illegally from outside somebody. No, infiltrate is from inside, working out, causing disruption, and then taking over. Everything done been done like that. Look, when we talk about the Nation of Islam, I'm my bad to cut you off, but that was a perfect analogy to the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam is not a bad organization, but it has been infiltrated like every other Black organization we've ever had, because of the type of people we are. Our screening methods ain't the best. And we got a lot of infiltrators. We got a lot of people who can be turned close to us. Too many. And that's what got Malcolm murdered. See, it was government agents and police officers all around Malcolm X when he got murdered.
Oh,
but the Muslims murdered Malcolm X. Get the fuck out of here. That don't make sense.
Every single one of us, Maurice Brown, in the Caribbean, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, the NOI, the Black Panthers, Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah, every single one. Anytime Black people anywhere in the diaspora, in fact, anytime Black people anywhere in the world has ever tried to industrialize or evolve to the next level, right? Or do anything positive for the forward projection and momentum of Black people, they've been infiltrated either by intelligence agencies.
Or they'll put someone Black up to doing it, just like W.E.B. Du Bois was the main one denouncing Marcus Garvey publicly. They'll put someone Black up to doing it. I've seen them do that a lot too.
They help that man get deported.
Mm-hmm.
And discredit that man.
Yes.
You think about it. That's who they use. They doing Torian like they do me on your channel, Lisa. They keep booting them off.
They keep booting them off, yeah.
That's all good, devil. We still working. Don't think he can come right back on. We gonna keep giving you this work. Now, anyway, man.
See, that's why they'll raise up a Candace Owens, Peterson, because that's what they want. They want to say all kinds of shit to us, but they want a Black face behind it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Who
to give them cover.
Cousin. What's her name again? Stacey Dash.
Yeah.
Exactly. To give them cover. They need them to give them cover.
Right.
They need them devils need a coon to give them cover.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's plenty of them out there. But and this is the thing, even with relatively recently Gaddafi, he was kind of on his own thing, but he was talking about the gold dinar and kind of saying to America, well, look, shit, we ain't fucking with your dollars no more. We're trying to do this shit in gold. So if you want to buy some oil from us, you need to come with it. And they took him out. There's an intrinsic link to all of this stuff, man. Like, but it's just, what's funny is these people are evil, but for some reason they always need to feel like they're morally just in what they're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? They've always got to feel like slavery. They needed to find things in the Bible to justify what they was doing in slavery. Any evil act that they do, they'll always try and find a way to say, well, we needed to do that because of this. I mean, you look at pretty much any war that the US has been in, like Iraq, Afghanistan? Why did they go to Iraq? Not to go too far off the subject. Why did they go into Iraq? Well, supposedly it was because of weapons of mass destruction. We knew that was bullshit at the time. You know what I mean? The Twin Towers fell down because of Osama bin Laden. What the fuck's that got to do with Saddam Hussein in Iraq? They'll always try and find a way to put themselves as morally just, and they will hypnotize themselves into thinking that, because they know they're evil.
You brought up a good point, and I'm glad you spoke on, you know, the things that you said. The thing is, it's all psychological warfare with them. Everything is psychological. If we were to stop all this "I forgive you" stuff and start saying they are accountable for all this evil that's going on in the Black community, you wouldn't, let me tell you something, they would literally crack emotionally if we take gears on them and stop all this hugging and "I forgive you" and all that stuff. Part of that is, you know, Kane, part of that is our fault.
Oh, indeed.
A lot of it is our fault. It is sickening to see a Black mother, a child shot by the cops, and she's sitting up there on camera talking about she forgives the cop that did it, and your baby ain't even in the damn ground. You know, something is seriously wrong.
Do you think? I think that's coming from a place of psychological trauma and subservient. There's some kind of subservient gene that pulsates through some of us, not all of us, because that definitely ain't pulsating through your boy Kane. But there's something in these people that makes them feel like no matter what these people do to us, we need to forgive them. Let me tell you something. When the Twin Towers fell down, America had an immediate response. Whoever did this, we're fucking them up. That's what America said. Israel, on their flag, their motto is never forgive, never forget. So how the fuck is it now that when you've got what's that, the guy that died, the white woman killed something Brunt. I did a video on him actually. And you got his brother.
Botham John.
Right. You got his brother sitting up in the docks talking about, oh, I don't want you to go to prison. I want the best for you. And I think, what the fuck?
You know what?
Who makes people like this?
Can I hug her? Can I hug her? I would have went up there and beat her ass in front of the whole court.
I said, who makes people like that? No. Where do they come from? How?
Well, I think when it comes down to that slave mentality, it's just some Black people are just worse with it than others.
Yeah.
I always notice the ones that are far worse are the ones that are knee deep in Christianity. They seem they are a lot more far gone than the average Black person.
Yeah.
And
I feel like,
and then they get mad at us if we don't like feel the same way that they do. Because I remember when that happened right there, I had posted it up on Facebook about like I was like so disappointed that the brother got up there and he hugged her, and the father saying he would be her friend. And I got so much pushback from that from other Black people. That's why I hate posting certain things on Facebook, because there's too many sensitive people up there. I can speak freely on Twitter.
Yeah.
It depends on who you roll with.
I feel like they use.
You know what, Tareen? That's kind of where Brenda and I kind of fell out.
Yeah.
When that whole thing happened, we were on True Royals panel, and I said Christianity was to blame, and she had a meltdown on me. It didn't go well, but I'm sorry. I stand firm on what I said. The root cause of our people doing that stuff is Christianity. It is.
I love Brenda, and I love Brenda. I understand, but I was with you on that, Lisa. That's what that was. I mean, them people literally use Christianity as their crutch. Maybe they don't look. It's real facets of Christianity that don't teach that. If you really actually read the Bible, you know you supposed to fuck people up who fuck with you.
Right.
You really know that. If you really read the Bible for real, it tell you off bucks. Obama who violates you supposed to be punished worse than what he do to you. It's supposed to be like that.
It's no disrespect to the sister Brenda, but you know, she's seeing things from perhaps an emotional standpoint and her own perspective. But I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like certain times a lot of these Christians are using Christianity as an excuse,
right, to be cowards.
Right, they're scared, and
right,
that is the bottom line.
It's okay to be scared, but it's wrong to be a coward. Right. Even in your motherfucking religion, it's wrong to be a fucking coward. It is frowned upon to be a coward.
In the Bible, the Most High hates cowards.
Right.
And you know, he has no need for a coward.
Right.
When we are at war. We have been at war now for centuries. Yeah, we don't need cowards. And unfortunately, in this country, they let those Christians have the you know, they have more say than those of us that are opposed for, you know, to that kind of stuff and all that.
But they give them a bigger microphone, and they give them a little bit more they give them a little more trinkets for taking abuse. But clearly, it's like Cain said, whenever something happened to them, they hit back, and they hit back harder.
Yes.
So how in the hell they don't, but they tell you take abuse and you will receive. Now think about that. That's telling you a slave.
Yeah, I mean,
look at what Bernie Sanders said recently, LVZ, when a black student got up and asked him a question on how what he should do if he gets stopped by police. He said, respect the police and you won't end up with a bullet in the back of your head. Okay, so I got to respect corruption. Potentially lie on a police report and kill my ass. I have to give respect to that. But that's how he answered the question. Respect the police and you won't get a bullet in the back of your head. That's just something that's seriously wrong when a politician is giving you that kind of answer. And they know what the circumstances are between the black community and cops.
What type of shit is that? Respect the police and don't get a bullet.
Didn't Kamala Harris say something similar, but a lot worse? She said something about if they had jobs or something like that.
Oh, yeah. She said some dumb shit like that. Yeah. But, you know, we just, if you look at the period between the 1920s and the 1960s in America, right? If a black boy, man, whatever it was, even to whistle at a white woman, you'll see the retaliation and the most evil and barbaric things that they would do to you. Do you know what I mean? That's just a black person allegedly whistling at a white woman, or do you know what I'm saying? Like, so if we do anything to them, it's an immediate response. It's all out war. Do you know what I'm saying? But with us, we're just supposed to forgive and forget and, you know, love your enemy and all of that type of stuff.
Well, you know what? They got a little trick over here too, Kane. If things get too far out of control, like if our voices are really rising, they go run and get the pastors. That's a trick they've been pulling in the U.S. for the longest. Oh, get the minister. Time to call the minister in.
Yes, Lord. Now I say, I'm gonna fry some chicken and tell you not to go out in the streets and do nothing foolish now. That's what I'm gonna do now. Let's just wait and see what these people have to say. Yes, Lord. And forgive this man. The Bible teaches us to forgive those who shoot us and choke us out for cigarettes.
I find it disrespectful that they would call upon these black preachers to try and pacify us, as if, like, you know, oh, okay, good, cool, draw for the preachers, get the preachers in. Do you know what I mean? Say some inspirational words to your people and pacify them. Do you know what I mean? We messed up, so get them in.
Yeah.
Super disrespectful. But that's what they think of you. That seriously, here's what we think of you. We've been giving you this doctrine all this time and you've been eating it. Shut up and eat it.
And sometimes, every now and then, they'll pull up the coon, Charles Barkley. Yeah, we get the athletic coons too.
Yeah, exactly. I know we're gonna get the big guns. Yeah, bring Barkley out. Bring out Barkley. I just don't know. You got to respect the police, man. It's terrible what happened, but Mr. Zimmerman was getting the hell beat out of him. That's what happened when you follow kids in the middle of the night who's scared. They might turn around and whip on your ass.
Yeah, well, that's the only reason why he had to put that bullet in Trayvon, because Trayvon was getting the best of him, and he knows it.
He was winning.
Yeah.
Just some coward shit. Coward ass shit. This is what they best at. We'll hit from the back. We're sorry. We're cowards. That's how they roll, though.
Yeah, they'll call the Boule coons.
Yeah.
I heard that shit the other day. Speaking of that, August Dreams, how they were trying to imply that Roland Martin had the biggest viewership. I was like, Roland can't even get 10 people to watch them live streams. Are you kidding me?
Right.
But that's what they try.
I saw that the other day and I was cracking up.
Oh, that's what they try to do to control the narrative. Just because they put it out there, it's disrespect, man. They're insulting people's intelligence because they know there's a demographic of people that don't know, much about Roland Martin. So it's that I'm white and I say so, so therefore it's the truth. And so then other people will be like, oh well, shit. Well, Roland Martin must be like he must be super influential. They do that trick all the time.
What they do, you know what that is though, Kane? Here. That's their propaganda trick. They do it there too. That turns into Roland Martin is the guy that talks in front of white people.
Yeah,
that's all that means. That's all that really means. What they saying is, oh, Roland Martin has the number one demographic. That way, white people can check in on Roland Martin.
Yeah,
and hear a black perspective and not feel so bad about the position that they in. Because Roland really ain't going as hard as the people going.
Nah.
Because I'm about to say, look, any intelligent person that listens to Roland Martin can already hear. You were like, this nigga talking at us. And you could tell he don't got the flavor of black people because he always say, I keep trying to tell people, I keep telling. When a motherfucker say that means niggas ain't listening to you.
Right.
Yeah.
And he keep wearing that, and he keep wearing that ascot to cover up the lack of a neck.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I swear he would probably wear an ascot and go whitewater rafting.
That shit still look like a scarf on his neck.
He had all that fire in his chest for even though I don't really roll with Umar, but he had all that fire in his chest for Umar, right? But when it came to what did he do recently where he didn't have that same energy?
For Richard Spencer?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like, hold on, man. Where's all the? You know what I mean? You ain't asking the real questions. What's going on
with the white man? I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian.
He's part of that whole boule crowd, and
he is boule.
Yeah, straight boule.
And I'm tired of him wearing. that curl, that Jerry curl.
And I'm tired of him always shaking his ass when he dancing. All that buck dancing that nigga be doing.
Like, yeah, he be buck dancing for real.
He loves buck dancing.
That's straight. That's straight tap dancing.
When he was dancing around with that big oversized Astro hat on.
That mean you ain't see my video, sis. I did a video clowning that one where he looked like Elmer Fudd. And look, he was clowning the Astros winning and the Nationals won the World Series. So you look like a damn fool for nothing.
Yeah.
And why do you got a big ass cowboy hat on anyway for the Astros? It's obviously celebrating the fact that Houston is the place where the rockets take off. In other words, Houston Astros more like going to the space. So why you ain't have an astronaut suit on, jackass? Why you got dressed like a big dumbass cowboy in orange?
Big Elmer Fudd.
Right. Looking like the Kool-Aid man gone western. Fuck out of here. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, but what about this super coon? Now, this is a super good Larry Elder, man. He's on some next level. Yo, what's up with shit?
See, but you don't understand. Larry Elder's an OG coon. Tell him so.
Oh yeah, Larry Elder, like he looks so much like a toad. It's not even funny.
Yeah, because he keeps shaving.
He looks like Jason without the mask.
Hey, black man, this what happen when you keep shaving your beard and you in your 60s cooning. You look like motherfucker Larry Coon ass Elder. Look, I'm gonna show you the difference between when Larry see white people, he give you that big smile. That smile, it's gone. All them years of cooning. Now his face just fucked up, withered away. Larry Elder face.
Uh-huh.
That's Larry Elder.
That was kind of scary. Like I was that caught me off guard.
That's the Larry Elder for watch. You guys see it. Look, I'm very sure because I looked at that shit. Oh, see, let me show y'all real quick. Y'all read that?
Yeah.
He was not stabbed over no damn Popeye. So, but the news don't care. They gonna tell you otherwise. Because he was not stabbed over Popeye's chicken. What he was stabbed over was the dude was disrespecting his woman who worked in the Popeyes, cursing at her, and he was dead, waiting for her to get off. He told the dude, stop talking to my girl like that. And shit is just chicken. The dude got to going back and forth. He offered the dude up. They go outside. He beating the dude stabbed him. That's what happened.
I mean,
they had me even thinking that shit. The kids had to tell me what happened today. You gotta find out what happened in the street. See, you never want to be smiling like this.
Yeah.
You know, that nigga smile like this.
That's a presidential smile.
That's a real watermelon smile right there.
Right. Shit, where the chicken at? Where the chicken at? Where that jump?
LVZ, you're gonna have to give him a tray of chicken.
Oh yeah, he gonna get a tray.
Definitely need a tray.
That's that tray face right there. Look, that face right there.
He looked like Clay. He looked like Clayface from Batman.
That's just ridiculous. All that cooning. That's what happened, folks. Don't coon. People don't coon. Listen, this is a telltale sign to the people that they shouldn't coon. Because you never want to look like this nigga right here. Wow. Look where he at. That was a horrible picture of him right there. Damn, Troy, you've seen that shit. That shit made my fist ball up by his motherfucking self. See, he had a mustache, but he kept shaving. Oh, shit. This is what they said he used to look like.
Oh, my goodness.
Young Larry Elder out there joint, y'all. With the cookie books.
What a transformation.
Yeah, for real.
Literally, from the physical and the internal.
Damn, Larry. Now look at this nigga now, y'all.
He reminds me of that FBI agent that was snitching on, who was it, the NOI. And then
that's that nigga name. He's hating ass. Let me see. Let's see if I did it right, Lisa. I'm trying to learn how to work it like Lisa worked this.
Why do he look ashy?
Oh man. Woo.
His ass. He put some of that fade cream on. Some of that fighting cream. Some of that cake. So he using cake soap like he in Nigeria and shit. So look, we got to talk about what happened yesterday about the Tariq and the Antonio Moore thing. And I'm gonna be real. I see it on two sides. I see the only thing I did like Tariq saying, I will say, is I made it pop off when I put, even though that is the truth, you don't have to say it. A lot of us didn't pay attention to ADOS until Tariq said it, even though Antonio and them created it. Mm-hmm. But to be honest, it's not meant to be any type of political thing at all. It's meant to be a lineage thing where it don't matter if you this, that, or the third. First, you ADOS. Are you? Because whether we like it or not, Larry Elder's stupid ass is ADOS.
Yeah,
Clarence Thomas' stupid ass is ADOS.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, it don't got shit to do with that. It got something to do with, are you ADOS?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when Tariq was saying foundational Black American, I understood why he did it. Because at first, people were saying African descendants of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what we was talking about. What we were specifically talking about was us finally owning our blackness and our uniqueness, because what seems to happen in America, Kane, I don't know how it is in the UK, but over here in America, what happens is blacks come here and separate themselves and start claiming their nation, not their blackness. So They start saying, I'm Jamaican, I'm
Nigerian,
I'm this, I'm that. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got a brother on my job who gets on my nerves going out of his way to say, see, I'm Jamaican, yeah, like, nigga, but you speak perfect English. You go out of your way to do this shit. So you separating yourself, nigga. You not in Jamaica. You in motherfucking Maryland. You so far from Jamaica, it don't make no sense.
Oh, so you're saying that there's that because I remember because I know we got some idiots. There was a guy called, I remember, what's his name? Shampoo tried to say, oh, I'm not black, I'm Jamaican. I was like, he's just a dumbass. No one takes him serious. But you said,
yeah, this nigga actually just said that to a girl in front. He said, well, you know, you'll look at me and just think I'm black, but I'm Jamaican. I said, so is it any other kind of Jamaican? Yeah, and I looked at, I said, so what type of dumb shit you just say? Go ahead, man. I said, no, go ahead. Think about what you just said.
Yeah.
So we realize here in America, we're going to have to own our shit. Because, see, a lot of people that came over here and got the benefit came off the hard work that we did. See, it was only a few Caribbeans over this motherfucker, but they was putting in work. Marcus Garvey. Let's go to the Black Power movement. You had Stokely Carmichael. See, they hated on Torian again, but he coming back. Mm-hmm. Stokely Carmichael, you know, he was a Caribbean descent, and he was a writer.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That brother was a writer. So they like, look, ain't no more of these Stokeleys coming over this motherfucker, okay? And they start getting these new age Candace Owens, all types of motherfucker of Caribbean descent coming over here cooning and smiling and cheesing and buck dancing. And if you go on Twitter, they got this flag, that flag, the third flag, Haitian flags, Jamaican flag. I ain't black, I'm Colombian. Well, nigga, you look black to me. I ain't black, I'm Dominican.
It's just like Roland Martin. He's not ADOS. He comes from parents from Haiti.
Right.
No, he's not black. He's a Christian. He's a whole religion.
Okay. He's a Christian. Yeah, he said that.
I think I can help out here because we kind of have something, similar here in the UK. So, and I think I might be able to help out here because, you know, with a lot of you see, we all know that there's no racism, being black is all as a result of slavery. It was made up by the white man and all that type of thing. You know, in the 1920s, Irish people wasn't even considered white. You know, Southern Europeans weren't considered white. So race and the concept of race is a completely made up, like, social construct. Is invented by the white man, but it has real world tangible effects, and it is absolutely king in the Western diaspora. We know that. So if us being over here, we know what it means to be black. And you know, in places like the continent and the Caribbean, there's parts of the continent that don't understand what this black thing is. Like, it's just, they don't get it. They identify themselves as their tribes. So when you say to them, "Oh, you're black," they're like, "What? What do you mean black? I don't. What is that?" Because they haven't been infected by the Western way of this, you know, this whole black and white thing. Now, my thing is this: I don't have a problem with that per se, with people identifying with their tribes or nations or whatever. But my problem is this: when you come over here to the West, Canada, the US, the UK, I'm going to give you a brief introduction as to how things are run over here. And I expect you to get on code immediately and identify yourself as black. Because if you don't, this is part of the reason why we're in this position in the first place. Because when slavery happened, there was no such thing as black. It wasn't, "Oh, black man." We identified ourselves as tribes. We weren't on code. The white man was on code. That's why they picked up all these different tribes, you know, and the transatlantic slave trade happened. But we can use this black term to unify and rally under, to be, you know, one people. Now, I'm from the UK, you guys from the US, right? We're different people, we got different cultures, but, you know, VZ is my brother. I love you like a brother. When you come over to London, or any you brothers and sisters come over to London, you know what I mean, it's nothing but love. You can come over here, and, you know, any problems, I'm gonna look out for you guys like family, because there is a universal code of conduct that knows that, look, we know that we're all catching the same hell, and we're all going through the same experiences in our own different, unique ways. Now, you might be from DC, a man might be from New York, a man might be from LA. We've all got our own different cultures. That's not a bad thing. I actually think that's a good thing. That, you know, when I come over to DC, I'm not gonna know. I can't just come over to DC and know what, you know, how you guys do things, and, you know, I need to learn that, right?
I gotta learn how to move.
The key thing is that wherever we go in the diaspora, we need to be able to set aside whatever our cultural differences, whether you're a Power Ranging, a Hebrew Israelite, whether you're an American Moor, whether you're ADOS, whether you're Nigerian or whatever. Above all of that, we must know and understand that we're black first. We've got to be able to put aside whatever our affiliations are and know that we're black. Because when the police come and they say round up them niggas, they're not going to say, "Oh, hold on, no, he's mixed race. No, wait, he's a Hebrew Israelite. No, wait, he's a Moor, so he's got a chewing gum passport, so we'll let him slide." But no, all them black Americans, get them. Nah, it's all of us. I don't care whether I got a British accent. They ain't gonna save me. We're all getting rounded up and we're getting taken to the gallows. And that's what I'm saying. We need to be on code as a people, regardless of what our associations are. I don't care whether you're a Knicks fan or Raiders fan, or whether what group you associate yourself with. We are black at the end of the day. So I condone anyone that's not on code. Basically, anyone that is saying that they're a nationality over being black
that's not on code. You don't condone. We condemn anybody that's not on code.
Yeah, anyone that's not on code, I condemn that, because I can give you a slight pass if you don't understand the system over here, but there's only so much of a pass I can give you. You need to understand very quickly. We ain't got time for messing around. You know, if you're Somalian or whatever, this is how it is over here. And if you're down, you're down. If you're not, then shit, you can go in the pool with the coons and all of them.
Hey, Aboriginal, but you know what? It is the same principle. Know why? Because even though you named all them tribes, just like you said, we don't own none of them damn teams, right? And we don't own the circumstances neither. So we ain't got no time to be talking about our tribe. We got time to be fighting for each other. It's only one real tribe, you know, that's each other, man. Regardless. If a motherfucker's off code, we gotta call them out. Now the tone, Tariq shit, and all of that, I haven't heard that brother say nothing bad. I ain't hitting that one of them say nothing bad about each other. I think that what it is people need to let cooler heads prevail, back up off of ego, and keep forward with the mission. It's not time for sideshow actions because people are looking at us. You know what I'm saying? And we can't be caught side choosing and set tripping on each other because then it'll prove, hey, look, them niggas can't even get themselves together. Fuck, we gotta worry about them for. So in the grand scheme of things, what I would like to see in that situation is, you know, Tone and them to just calm down with some of the political rhetoric and let's worry about the task at hand. Let's move it as a group. And you're right, we don't ADOS, we don't support Republicans. We don't support Democrats. We don't support none of them motherfuckers. All of us watched them be slaves. Right. All of them watched us go through segregation. All of them watching us go through the crack epidemic.
All of them are watching us get shot by the police. Yeah.
Yep. So, right, we don't support none of them. ADOS don't support none of them. All we supporting is reparate, and those who don't support are not ADOS. Yeah. It is really that simple. It don't matter where you can trace their lineage to. That means if that black person saying, I'm an American, there you go. He's a slave. He was the son of a slave master. He does not count. He was not going through hell. As far as he was concerned, he was going through heaven. So there you go. You don't get none of the perks. Right. But we still going through that shit. And all of them motherfuckers is still in charge. So, no, I mean, I think people need to stop worrying about who getting credit and beating on their chest and realize that it ain't really about you. It's about the only reason you getting credit is because of what? The people, dumbass. That means you aren't the voice. Nobody's the voice. The people are the voice. Lisa make a motherfucker video about ADOS. 50,000 people will see it. I know. Seriously, Toria make a video, 20, 30,000 people to see it. Kane and did live streams, I done popped up on mine. People just come out the woodwork. So what the fuck do you mean? It's not about, it's not about none of that. Yeah, Tariq put that out there because people listen, duh. And when ADOS went out there, I ain't even gonna lie, because I don't listen to Yvette Carnell as much. Mm-hmm. I don't. It's a lot of stud energy I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't fuck with the stud energy. And she done said shit about black men that I truly respect and then went at their neck when I think she was wrong. Mm-hmm. But I'd have kept my mouth closed. But that stud energy, I don't fuck. So I've not went out my way to bash or not. I'm like, no, it's plenty of sisters I can listen to. Lisa, True, it's plenty of sisters I can get my stuff from. Not her. I still, yeah.
Hey, let me say this, VZ, man, because I think this is important. Now, I want to get this out there because I know we've got the ADOS thing popping off and that kind of thing. And I think the most important thing for us as black people, because that, as I say, being black trumps everything. I don't care. The white man gave it to us and all of that stuff. We can really use this to unify and accelerate because, you know, as we, you know, I'm from the UK. I jump on the panel. You guys are from America, from different states. It's all about linking up, communicating, understanding what tactics we can use. Hey, this is what the white man did to us over here. Oh shit, yeah, we've been dealing with that, man. This is how you deal with that. You know what I'm saying? With this black thing, we need to really unify under it. And what we can't do is allow, whether internally or externally, things to change the narrative and cause infighting amongst us. We don't have time for infighting.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, we really don't have time for infighting. We're a good couple of centuries behind, and we really need to be focusing on, you know, ourselves as a people.
Yeah,
now, I'm not
ain't
trying
nobody
to say
about
that,
to throw us a fucking line. So what you need to do is cut the bullshit and get your ass on code. My bad, Kane, but that's
you know, you're absolutely right. Right. So anyone, anyone, I don't care whether they're Black Americans, ADOS, whether they're immigrants, Jamaican, Caribbeans, I don't care where you're from.
yeah.
If you're a coon, you're a coon. If you ain't on code, then you ain't part of the family. It's as straight like that. It's as simple
Straight
as that.
like that. Yeah, it's simple. Because,
Right.
like I say, I'm not from Haiti. But damn it, when they go for their reparations, I'm gonna be one of the loudest in the background screaming, "Get them people their money." I'm not asking for no money because our people didn't go through that. But I want them, I understand that them getting theirs mean we get ours. And vice versa. Us getting ours ain't just us getting ours and fuck the rest of them. Once we get ours, we like, hold up. All right, now that y'all paid them, well, what about the people over in Jamaica and shit? Y'all ain't get them their bread. I mean, y'all owe them.
Let me tell you something else as well, right? We've been fighting for reparations in the UK since the abolition of slavery, right? In the 18th century, 17th century, right? We've been fighting for reparations. Black people, white people in the UK, that's a fact. I can pull up citations for anyone that needs it, right? So when we fight for reparations, it's not a thing of, oh, well, we're descendants of the Caribbean, so yeah, we want reparations specific for Jamaicans. No, it's not like that. We're fighting for reparations for Black Americans as well, because you do realize that slavery was conducted by the British government. Slavery was conducted prior to the formation of the United States of America. So when we're fighting for reparations, we're fighting for reparations for our brothers in Barbados, Jamaica, you know, the so-called 13 colonies and all of them. You know what I'm saying? So
people keep forgetting, Kane, that like you said, I'm glad you said that when you first came in. The founder fathers ain't nothing but a bunch of runaway Brits.
Right.
Taking a job, because that's true. The UK just cut off the offspring of the slave owners from getting reparations. They didn't got reparations over there for centuries.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And in actual fact, I have a database. It's the white man's database. This ain't my personal database. I have a database of most of the people that receive reparations, slave owners that receive reparations, where they live, who they are, what their family lineage is, how many slaves they owned. Because what you have to understand is that in the UK, you had institutions that were involved in reparations, such as Lloyd's Bank, some of these institutions, insurance companies, and so forth. But you also had regular people that would purchase slaves like they were shares. You understand? So you'd have some regular bucktooth, you know, white person chucking shit out of a window out of their wooden house that would own a slave somewhere in the Caribbean that they don't know. And when slavery was abolished, they received reparations. That was part of the agreement of abolishing slavery, was that the slave owners would receive reparations. So, you know, we've been fighting for reparations over here for a long time. But the reason why I say that is because our mentality, from my perspective, where I am, London, South London, in the UK, we never look at ourselves as, oh, well, we're Black Brits. That's it. Fuck them ADO. No, it's never that. It's never that. So if anyone's ever thinking that we have that mentality, I don't know whether that narrative is out there. If it is, I want to kill that very early. because we see ourselves as one people. When things go down in America, how do you think I can jump on a panel with you guys and chop it up? Because when something happens over there in America, we feel it too. We're like, shit, look what they're doing to our brothers, our people over there in America. Nah, we got to get on that. I mean, I don't fuck with that whole Black Lives Matter thing, but we got Black Lives Matter over here as well. We got the NOI over here as well. Unfortunately, we have some Hebrew Israelites over here as well. So this is how, you know, our mentality in terms of how we see each other. And for the most part, we're on code, man. We never see this as we're trying to just do this for ourselves. But, you know, it's really important that all of us as Black people, melanated people, understand that, yeah, celebrate your own cultures. If you're Jamaican or you know, a Black American, your own culture, well, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But no say that when it comes down to it, we're all Black. And there's an unspoken universal code of conduct that we all should live by. And that is, when one of us is in trouble, we got to get together. Because I'm telling you, if we don't do this now, we're already behind. I'm telling you, the Jews are on code. The Italian Americans are on code. No matter where you go, the Chinese are on code. They set up their little Chinatowns and all of that, right? And they ain't trying to be part of mainstream society. They've got their businesses, they employ themselves, and they're on code. So if something happens to the Chinese, no matter where you go, the Koreans, the Indians, whoever, they know how to deal with external threats and things like that.
Facts.
So that's what we need to do.
That's how they move. That's how they move over here. That's how they move over there. That's how they move everywhere. And that's just basically it. I mean, no matter what your facet is or whatever it is, our plight is still a unified plight because it's still across the world. It's worldwide. So no matter what, stay on code. So with that, we're going to bid everybody adieu. Lisa, thank you, Lisa.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for inviting me on your panel.
No problem. I had a panel, Lisa. My first panel, yeah. my first real panel. I was trying to get True Roll on too. She gonna see it like, dang. But and Kane, thank you, bro.
Oh man, if this is your first panel, I'm so glad to be part of it, man. It's good to see the sister Lisa on here, man. It's a pleasure.
So thank you, man.
Yeah.
We gone, but that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. And everybody in the chat, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening.
You know it. So on that, we're gonna say peace. Out of there. Thank you, y'all.
All right.
All right. Later.
Peace.